your host, Andrea. Sadly, Pam is not feeling well. She has a itty bitty froggy throat, sore throat. It is. Hope Pam, you feel better. But I'll be hosting the show today, and we have a great show for you guys. We have a special guest. But before that, I would like to announce that on May 10th, we will not be having a show because it's Mother's Day. So kids, make sure you get your mother something nice or make her breakfast in bed or something. And also do your chores and make your mom smile. Another thing is our next show would be on May 24th, and we have a host of two authors, Anne Zura and Kim Castron, and they will be reading their book, Chicks Chat and Change, The Money Tree. Now, I would like to introduce our guest, Michelle-Beber. Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Drea.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, thanks, Pam.
And thanks to Pam, for sure.
Yes. So how are you? How's the LA weather over there?
Good. It's beautiful here. The sun's out. There's a breeze. I'm not quite sure the temperature. I think it was around 80 yesterday, but the breeze is nice. Yeah.
I'm lucky that it's like 60 degrees in New York, and it's nice and sunny out here too. Looks like it's gonna rain later.
It doesn't feel like 80 though. There's a nice breeze, so I don't know about that. I actually had shut the window because I didn't want any horns going off or anything. But
no,
it's very nice. It's beautiful here. I can't complain, but it doesn't feel like 80. It feels like maybe 75. It's nice.
And it's 4:55 over there. You said it's 4 hour difference.
No, it's about 4 o'clock. It's just after 4 o'clock
so 3 hour difference.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a little off. It's 7:02 here in New York. So, Michelle, I would like you to tell us a little bit and our listeners about yourself.
Okay. Let's see. My whole life changed in a big way in 2008. But before that, I just was leading a normal life, working and, just doing normal things. And then I'd always felt like I really wanted to talk to my mom one last time since she'd passed. And I started watching this TV show with the British medium Lisa Williams, and it was on Lifetime. And I just found it very comforting that the messages she would give to people who'd lost their loved ones and the closure and comfort it would bring. So it turned out Lisa was going to be at this big spiritual expo in L.A. in 2008, so I went. And I just wanted to see her in person. I was hoping maybe I might get a reading, but you can't really expect that because there's like hundreds of people in the room, and it's just very random. But I brought my mom's picture, and I wore a necklace that was very connected to her, and I hoped. But anyway, it was really fascinating. It was an amazing experience, and at one point, Lisa walked past me. I was sitting on the aisle, and she said, "Shelley, I have a message for you from your mother." And I thought, oh, wow, that was for me. I know it. And then she walked away, though, and she was finishing up another reading. And I hadn't gone by Shelley in years. I went back to my formal name of Michelle when I started really getting into the workforce. But that was my childhood name. And then she got up to the front of the room, and she said, "I have Sylvia here." And I thought, oh, now I know for sure it's my mom. And it's not a common name. And then I was waiting for someone else to raise their hand, and nobody did. And so I raised my hand, and I said that was my mom's name. And she said, okay, she's here. And she told me things that she couldn't have known, that only my mom would have known. And it was just very clear to me that my mom was still around, but just in some other realm. And it was very comforting. I cried the whole way home. I just knew then there was something more to life than my day-to-day experience I was having. So I just felt really connected then to my mom, and the more I'd think about her and talk to her, I would see signs from her. And Lisa told me she would appear to me as a butterfly, and of course then I started seeing either real or decor butterflies everywhere, and I started collecting them. And at the same time, I started collecting angel decor also, because then Lisa had a spiritual retreat a couple months later, and I went to that and learned about these number sequences called angel numbers. And so I started researching everything about angels and angel numbers, and I came upon Doreen Virtue's work, and she's channels information from the angels and has put those words into over 50 books. And now I've also learned from her courses, and I've become an angel intuitive myself. And I'm just having an incredible life. I just can't believe what's happening, because I'm being given these words. I really feel it's from the angelic realm, because they came into my head while I was sitting in my car driving to work one morning. And it's just the more I've believed, the more has come to me. And I just know that I'm supposed to share these words to comfort and entertain children. So that was a pretty long answer, but that's kind of how everything came to be.
So that's how you got into
That's
angels,
how I ended
right?
up with this first book.
Oh.
The words just came into my head, and I keep a notepad in the car because I write down the angel numbers I would see, which are things like 444, 333, 555. They all have different meanings, which Doreen had written up in one of her books. So I started to keep track of the numbers, but then these words came into my head, and I started to write them down, and I thought I was done with the first little bit, and then more started coming, so I just wrote it all down. And then when I got to work, at some point I tweaked it, where it really did rhyme more easily, because it did all come to me in rhythm and rhyme. But I just had to tweak it a bit. Otherwise, it's at everything I was given.
I can't wait until you read the story. But before, I have a few more questions.
Okay.
Does children have child angels?
We all have angels. When we come into the earth, before we come into our infant body, a guardian angel is looking over us, and that guardian angel comes into our life with us and never leaves our side. And then when it's time to go back to heaven, the guardian angel will escort us back. But they're there our whole lives, the guardian angels. And then all the other angels that we have to help us are always there. We just have to ask them for help, because since we have free will, they're not allowed to intervene in our lives unless we ask them. The only exception is if it's a matter of life and death and it's not your time to go, then they will save you.
That's very, very interesting. And I've noticed on your website, which we won't get into that, we'll mention that later, that you did like a book signing, and you read your book in the library in California. Are you planning to go to other places outside California, like New York and other states?
I would love to. I have that on my bucket list.
Awesome. Let me know when you come to New York. I'll come.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I'd love to meet you. Yeah, I did my first authors event in January. It was for the new public library that opened here. It's beautiful, this huge, beautiful library, and they had about 40 different authors there. And I was with a group of 8 children's authors, and we spoke on a panel discussion, talked about our inspirations for our books, and we sold books and signed books and read to the children, and it was a really rewarding experience. And then that event led to another reading at a children's play center locally. So those are the 2 things I've done so far, and this is my first radio appearance. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. And it says on your website, all of the illustrations were visions that you had, and the artist, Susan Shorter, brought them to life.
Yes, she did a beautiful job.
How did you got Susan to join you in this wonderful project?
Well, what happened a year ago, January in 2014, I decided I would do this book through Balboa Press, which is part of Hay House Publishing. So they hired the illustrator to work with me. They picked out someone that they thought would work really well for me, and it really was a match made in heaven. She just did a beautiful job. She's an amazing artist, and I was very blessed to get to work with her. So that's how they matched us up. And, I provided the text, they provided the illustrator, they put it together, and finally got it out there, and now it's up to me to market and, promote it. So that's what I'm doing.
I love the illustrations. They're beautiful.
I'm really happy with it. Yeah, but I saw all these in my head, and I had to write out each description of what I wanted. And then she brought it to life, like I said.
Angels everywhere. At Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, Banned Books A Million, Babola, and IndieBound. And you also could just Google it, Angels Everywhere by Michelle-Beber, and get a hard copy, or you could download an electronic copy. Now, I would like to give the honor for Michelle-Beber to read Angels Everywhere.
And do you want me to give the descriptions of the pictures as well, or just read the text?
Let the children imagine.
Okay, very good. All right, very good.
All right. It's all yours.
So here we go. This is Angels Everywhere. Angels everywhere. Some are here and some are there. All they want to do is share their love with you. When things go wrong, just stop and pray, and angels come to save the day. When you feel sad and really down, ask your angels to lift your frown. When you're afraid and held by fear, you're really safe. Angels are near. When you get mad, don't scream and shout. Ask your angels to help you out. When you feel alone, you're really not. They're always there, right on the spot. When you have fun, angels do too. They love to laugh. They're just like you. When you feel proud of what you've done, your angels say, you're number one. When you're happy, they jump for joy. It's what they want for each girl and boy. When you give thanks, your angels soar. They couldn't ask for anything more. Sorry, I was using the PDF. Okay. When you feel love, it's not just you. Your angels give love back to you. Angels, angels everywhere. Some are here and some are there. All they want to do is share their love with you. And then on the back of the book I say, angels have one job, to love and care for all of us on earth, especially children. Angels are always here for us. All we need to do is ask them for help. Angels want us to be happy and to know we are loved. And that's it.
The end. That was a very cute story.
Sorry, I was hoping it would go off without a hitch, but I was reading it off the computer one, and I, for some reason, got stuck there.
It's absolutely no problem. I think the kids and listeners enjoyed it.
Aw, I hope so. Because the children I've read to have really liked it. And it's just very heartwarming to see the comfort and joy that they get from hearing it and looking at the pictures.
I love the fact that you said when you feel proud of what you've done, your angels say you're number one. That's awesome. That gives a kid to feel motivated and be proud of themselves. I think that's awesome. It gives like self-confidence.
Right. So there's a lot to this. It seems like a simple little book, and it is, but on the other hand, it's very comforting for the deeper feelings a child might feel. And it, like you say, it's very uplifting for the good feelings a child will feel.
And I love how
to always know that they're not alone.
Oh, that's great. And I love how it rhymes. Like, everybody could enjoy this book, all ages.
I think so, too. I just love it. I really am so happy with the way it turned out.
I love it. Thank you so much. Before you go, is there any way how like a teacher or parents could contact you or to buy the book?
People can contact me at my email that's on my website, which is michelle@michelle-beber.com, and that's MICHELLE, B like in boy, E, another B, another ER. So michelle@michelle-beber.com.
Oh, I'm sorry,
and then,
Michelle Beber. Okay.
Oh, it's okay. I've had that all my life. Don't worry.
I said Beber. I'm like, oops, I should have asked. But okay, you heard that, everybody.
But then
it's michelle-beber.com.
Bieber, no worries. But you know what? After Justin Bieber came on the scene, then all of a sudden everyone knew how to pronounce my name, and then they'd go, "Are you his mother? Are you his aunt?" And I'm like, "No."
That's funny. So everybody, it's michelle-beber.com. It's spelled michelle-beber.com. And
right. BEBER.
You also could follow her on Twitter. That's at Beber Michelle, which is BEBERMICHELLE. And you could also like her Facebook page. It's the same thing. It's her name, Michelle Beber. And, of course, subscribe to her website. I actually subscribe to you, by the way. Subscribe on the website.
Thank you.
Newsletters, and you also get this free guide.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say too much.
I wanted to give people something in return for subscribing. So I have a guide that is how to work with the angels. So if you sign up, you get a full page of instructions on how to work with angels. And anybody can do it, and even the children can do it.
In the future, are you planning to write a book for adults or another children's book?
I have so much in the works. I can't even tell you. I have so much that has come to me that I've been blessed with. I've got a couple more angel books that I'm working on. I've got some just for fun books for children. I've got some self-esteem building for children. And also I do plan to do some things for adults. Primarily I'm going to be doing things that have to do with dealing with the loss of an animal, of a pet, because that's also something that's very close to my heart. And this was what I was told in readings, that I'd be working with things having to do with children and animals, and those are my two passions. So that's what I have planned. I'm working on trying to get these other two angel books done this year.
And the blog, your blog is beautiful on the website. Are you planning to bring that to life as well?
Oh, thank you. Well, if people are interested in it, sure. And the blog is called heartofalightworker.com, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. And what else? I've got so many things going, I just don't even know what's going on anymore.
I know, you're like in all social networks. Everybody, parents.
And you want to hear something funny? Drea, about a year ago, I hated social media. I absolutely hated it. And I had a reading done, and Spirit told me, there's a problem with your marketing. And I said, I know what it is. I hate social media. And they said, well, you're going to have to do it to market your book. And so it is.
Yes, you also can follow her on Instagram. She has Instagram. It's at
I'm getting
Beber
that
Michelle.
one going.
Oh, no. That's
on
Twitter,
Instagram
at Beber Michelle. Her
yeah,
Instagram is michelle-beber pics. So it's michelle-beber-pix.
Right. Yeah, I'm just going gangbusters on the social media stuff. I love it. I never would have thought I'd like it, but I'm crazy about it. I've met so many spiritual people on there. It's been wonderful. And Pinterest, too. Pinterest.
Oh, that's right. You do have that.
I can't keep track of it all.
Once again, thank you so much for being on the show. I love how
welcome.
you're social, and I love the inspiration. We'll mention the website. We'll mention your website and your book on the Take Two Radio Junior website and on the Facebook page, and I will definitely tweet it. And the show would be available right after it ends. You could download it, and you can add it on your website.
Wonderful. And thank you so much, and also to Pam. I mean, if it wasn't for Twitter, I wouldn't have met you ladies, and I'm very thankful for that. I really am. I love Twitter.
Well, whenever you have another book in the future, you are welcome to read it on air again.
Thank you so much. I'd love to. And it was great to talk with you, and stay in touch with me. And as soon as I know the rest of what's going on with my stuff, I'll definitely be sending out a newsletter. And I'll let you know, too.
Thank you so much. You have a great afternoon. This is afternoon.
Okay.
Okay.
And
thank
you, Drea.
You're welcome.
Okay. Angel blessings to you and Pam.
Oh, thank you so much. And angel
You're
blessings
welcome.
to all our listeners as well.
Yes, very much so.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, she's such a fresh air. I love it. It's great to have an author, Michelle-Beber. Once again, check out her website at www.michelle-beber.com. It's www.michelle-beber.com. You could order the books on her website. You could check out the blog on her website. And you also could follow her on all the social networks she's on. She's like on almost everything, so you cannot miss her. So once again, listeners and parents, we do not have a show on May 10th due to a wonderful holiday, Mother's Day. Our next show will be on May 24th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. by the authors and Benjamin Zura and Kim Kester-Stone Trone. Chicks Chat and Change the Money Tree. Can't wait for that. Make sure you follow the radio station's Twitter at Take Two Radio Junior. That's at TAKE number 2 RADIOJR. Also check out the website at take2radiojunior.com. And also like and share the Facebook page, Take Two Radio Junior. It's the same thing, TAKE number 2 RADIOJR. Thank you. You also can follow me on Twitter at CallHerDreaX3, CallHerDreaX3. I post a lot of inspiration. I also make sure that I tweet previous shows that you could download from your iTunes, from Blog Talk Radio, and you also could hear us on TuneIn. Again, can't wait to do another show. Enjoy Mother's Day, moms, and be blessed. God bless, and good night.